Hey everyone, ready to dive in? We're taking you to Crater Lake National Park today.
It's going to be a good one. This is one of those places that just leaves a mark. And the material we have is fantastic. Audio diaries, detailed
They
notes.
even put together like a whole trip overview. It's great.
It's like we get to relive it with them, and
Yeah.
figure out what made it so special.
Absolutely. So we're tagging along with Frank and Delphine this time.
They're on a mission to visit every single U.S. national park.
Every single one. Wow, that's dedication.
Right. Talk about ambitious. And they're doing it systematically, too, hitting different parks each season. For Crater Lake, they were actually traveling with family. Delphine's sister and her niece came along.
Oh, that's fun. Adds a whole other element to the trip, I bet.
Totally. But here's the thing. They had originally planned to go to Lassen Volcanic National Park. But then wildfires happened.
Oh no, that's right. I remember hearing about those. They had to like completely reroute, didn't they?
They did. Ended up at Crater Lake instead. Talk about a change of plans, huh?
Sometimes those unplanned detours turn out to be the best adventures, though, right?
You said it. And in this case, it definitely did.
So they get to Crater Lake. What are their first impressions?
Oh, you can just hear it in their voices, like complete awe.
I bet.
Surreal, they kept saying.
Yeah.
Unreal.
I feel like people throw those words around a lot, but it sounds like they really, really meant it.
Oh, they did. It was that Crater Lake blue, that water.
Yeah. Famously blue, right?
It's otherworldly. And then, picture this. Wizard Island, right there in the middle of the lake.
Oh, right. I've seen pictures. It's like this perfect little volcano.
It's wild. And then there's Phantom Ship, this jagged rock formation. It really does look like a ship, like a ghostly ship sailing across the water.
So cool. And they were staying right on the rim, right?
Yep. They lucked out with a rustic little cabin at Mazama Village Lodge. So they wake up that first morning, coffee probably right,
Gotta have that coffee.
and head straight for Phantom Ship Overlook. You can just imagine sipping your coffee with that view.
Oh, man. Perfect way to start the day.
Right. And then they're off on a little road trip along the rim, hitting all the spots. Pinnacles Road was first.
Okay, I feel like I've heard of that, but remind me, what's special about it?
Well, have you ever seen those pictures of like these crazy tall, skinny rock formations, like almost like chimneys?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, so picture this. They're called pinnacles. Volcanic steam vents, way back when, hardened the ash around them. And then over time, the rest of the ash eroded away and left these like crazy towers of rock. Pretty wild, right?
That's incredible. I'm definitely picturing it now.
So they hike up to the Pinnacles Overlook, and by the way, they saw tons of ground squirrels running around.
Oh, cute.
The niece, Camille, was delighted.
Yeah, kids and animals, right. Always a winning combination.
The best. So anyway, after that, I think it was the Plaquemine Falls Trail they did next.
Plaquemine Falls. Okay, what's the story there? Another waterfall hike.
It is a waterfall hike, yeah.
Mhm.
But this one's, well, it's where Camille chimes in again, actually,
Mhm.
with another one of her observations.
Okay. Hit me with it. What did Camille notice this time?
The moss on the trees. She called it the tree's armpit hair.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I love it. Kids just have the best way of looking at things, you know?
Right. Makes you see things in a whole new light.
Yeah. So after the falls, more hiking.
Always more hiking. They headed for the Sun Notch Trail next.
Sun Notch Trail. Got it. What'd they think?
So they actually spotted a deer on that trail, which apparently is not that unusual in Crater Lake.
Mhm.
But this trail, it takes you to this incredible viewpoint where you can actually see the line where Phantom Ship connects to the crater wall underwater.
Oh, wow. So you're seeing it from like above, but also seeing how it goes below the surface.
Exactly.
I bet that was cool.
Oh, yeah. They were blown away. It really gives you a sense of the scale of everything.
And how deep that lake must be.
Exactly. They weren't done yet, though. Next up, the Watchman Overlook Trail.
Okay, that's another one I've heard of.
This one's a bit of a climb, but the view is supposed to be, well, worth it, according to them. They said it's the best view in the park.
Okay, I'm ready. Lay it on me. What's at the top?
360-degree views of the whole caldera. The water, the cliffs, Wizard Island.
Oh, wow. That's got to be incredible.
It's like that view you see in all the photos of Crater Lake.
You know the one. Okay, so they've hiked a ton, seen some amazing views, but they had that boat tour planned too, right?
The Wizard Island tour. Oh, yeah, they were so excited about that. But remember how we were talking about those high winds?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So apparently the dock for the boat tours was damaged,
Uh-huh.
and it didn't get fixed in time.
Oh, no. You're kidding.
Yep. Tours canceled.
Oh, man, they must have been so bummed.
They were so disappointed. You can really hear it in Frank's voice,
Well,
especially.
what they do? So what they do? Just scrap the whole Wizard Island idea?
Well, they weren't about to let a little setback ruin their trip. They actually started talking about coming back to Crater Lake, you know.
Really? Just to do the boat tour?
Yep, they're hooked. But they also saw it as a chance to see more of the park, like stuff they hadn't had time for before.
Oh, interesting. Like what?
Well, the eastern side of the lake was closed off during their trip. Road construction, I think they said.
Interesting.
Uh,
A little unexplored territory.
exactly. And they did mention wanting to hike Mount Scott. It's the highest point in the park, you know.
That's right. I bet the view from up there is insane.
I know, right? It's definitely on their to-do list for next time.
So even though they had that one disappointment, it sounds like overall Crater Lake left a pretty big impression.
Huge. I mean, they just kept going on and on about that water, how blue it was. They'd never seen anything like it.
It's pretty legendary.
I know. And it wasn't just the sights, even though those were incredible, obviously. They just loved how much variety there was in the park.
Yeah.
Challenging hikes, easy trails, scenic drives.
Something for everyone.
Exactly. And I think they also appreciated that even though it was busy, it didn't feel too crowded, you know? Like they could still find those peaceful moments.
Oh, that's so key. It's that balance, right? Being able to be around people, but also escape into nature when you want to.
Totally. And then, of course, there were those fun, unexpected encounters we talked about.
Oh, right. Like those people they ran into, the ones they'd met at another park.
Yeah. Years ago. They were blown away by that. Talk about a coincidence.
It's a small world, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially when you're into exploring national parks. You're bound to run into some familiar faces.
For sure. And let's not forget those dinosaur costumes.
Oh my gosh, that's right. I can't believe I almost forgot about the inflatable dinosaurs. That's amazing. It's those random moments that really make a trip, you know?
Totally. Just adds to the whole experience.
So I guess the big takeaway here is Crater Lake. Go for the views, stay for the dinosaurs.
Something like that. But seriously, it sounds like it really does live up to the hype. And sometimes, you know, the unplanned detours lead you to the best surprises.
Couldn't agree more. So listeners, has this sparked your own Crater Lake curiosity? What's calling to you? The hikes, that blue water, or maybe you're ready for your own unexpected encounter. Think about it, maybe even plan that trip. This has been The Deep Dive, and until next time, keep exploring.